original French baguette or French bread. So crusty and so delicious. It's the art of simplicity and patience. Only 4 ingredients are allowed in the traditional French baguette: water, flour, yeast and salt. The rest is all a technique. We're going to use the wheat flour of type 55 or type 65. I'm Ms. Workman. Welcome back to the Gourmet Gadget. Pour a little bit of lukewarm water, a teaspoon of wheat flour, add the bakery yeast, mix it up a little bit, and then we're going to let our yeast activate for half an hour, 45 minutes. 500 grams of wheat flour, 400 grams of lukewarm water, 10 grams of sea salt. To make our dough, avoid using metal containers. They're not a good option with products that are fermenting. A glass container or a plastic food-friendly container is your best option. Pour the water and pour the salt. Give it a whisk to dissolve the salt. Add the wheat flour and then add the yeast. Mix it up. Until you get a nice equal dough, and we're going to leave this in room temperature, covered with a clean cloth, for half an hour. After half an hour, we're just going to fold the dough from each side, pull it and fold it. And this is going to build our protein network, our gluten network, that's going to give our dough the elasticity. The cloth back on, and we're going to let it rest another half an hour. We're going to do this 3 times, 3 foldings of the dough and 3 rest periods of half an hour. Then we're back for a 3rd time, and again we're going to fold our dough. And now we're going to let it rest for 1.5 hour. So after 1.5 hour, you can already see all these bubbles coming up. That is really beautiful. Put some flour on your working space, and then we're going to get our dough out of there. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to fold it once. Pour some flour over there, put the cloth back on, and we're going to let the dough rise for 20 minutes, and we're going to do this 3 times as well. So we're going to do our last folding. Again, a little bit of flour, and the last 20 minutes of resting time. So we're about to end the process. We're going to cut our dough in 3. Don't worry if it's a little bit sticky. Pour some wheat everywhere on your hands as well. So what we don't want, you see there are quite some big bubbles in there, and we don't want to chase these bubbles because these are going to give this particular texture of our baguette. See, there are very nice bubbles everywhere. We're going to fold it the first time, put some flour there, and fold it the second time. I'm going to roll it a little bit. This is what they call the key. So this is one way to do your baguette. And we got our mold here. We're going to put our baguette in the mold, the key on the top. The second one, we're going to do it different. We're just going to pull it tenderly to each side. This one as well, we're going to pull it a little bit really softly. And we're going to scar this one. We're going to pour the cloth again on our baguettes, and we're going to preheat the oven up to 260 degrees. If you get a convection oven, put on the fan, and we're going to let our baguette rise another 20 minutes. That's about the same time the oven is going to be hot. When your oven is on the right temperature, prepare half a glass of water, because the important thing to have a really nice crust is to produce some steam when you put your baguettes in the oven. Straight away the glass of water and close the oven. So we're going to let them cool down a little bit. Wow, this is really crusty. See, you got these big air bubbles. They may be not as beautiful as in the bakery, but they're really fantastic. So this is really the art of simplicity and patience. Bread is love.